Hello my friends! Welcome to another video, and I first off just wanted to say welcome to all my new fans on Facebook. It's awesome to see you there, and thanks for following me and gonna check out all of my videos and my recipes. I have a lot of stuff on the go. I have an ebook that I'm gonna write and a recipe book that I'm really excited about too, but that's not gonna be until probably 2016-ish. I just need a little bit of time to get through everything that I need to do for that, and plus my day job of my photography. But anyways, I wanted to welcome everybody with this video because the number one question that I got from all my new fans is, where do I start? So I wanted to go through really quickly how I became a raw vegan this time around. I won't go through my past stuff. I'll just go through with what happened when I decided to become a raw vegan. So the day before, I was eating crappy food. I was addicted to energy drinks and coffees and Doritos, Chinese food, fried chicken, you name it, I ate it. I ate a lot of candy and chocolate bars, and I'd sneak a lot of food, and I felt so horrible. I didn't feel comfortable in my body. I was sick, and I had like pre-diabetic symptoms like sugar crashes and sugar highs. My sleep wasn't good. Oh, you name it. My joints hurt all the time. I was sort of like depressed. I had no motivation for anything, no energy. Yeah, you name it. So the next day I decided that I needed to do something, and I've always known about raw vegan. That's another story, but I decided I wanted to try it again for the millionth time. But I've never tried the 80-10-10 version before, so I wanted to sit down with myself and watch some videos and get some more information about doing it the 80-10-10 way, which is very high fruit and vegetables, very low fat. So I wanted to go through and figure that out for myself because I'd never tried it before. I always thought it was too extreme. That day I watched Cowspiracy, Earthlings, and Forks Over Knives back to back. All three movies I watched, and at that point, after watching all of those movies, I decided I was going to be a vegan. That's it. There was no justifying any animal products. I was never going to eat another animal product as long as I live. After watching those three movies, I had made the decision right then and there, and that was a very, very big motivation for me. I didn't want to go there. I just had no justification for it. So that said, I was releasing all animal products. In my mind, I decided that they weren't food anymore and released that. Then I started watching a lot of YouTubers, Fully Raw Christina, Tanny Raw, and my friend Jack. And I will post a link down below to all of their YouTube channels, and you can check those out. They eat very similar to me, very low fat, and lots of abundance of fruit and vegetables. So they were great inspirations for me, and you can follow their videos as well. You can watch some of mine too. There's lots of us on YouTube who are sharing this way of life, so you can find gems, you can find some awesome people online that you can talk to. Then I ordered the 80-10-10 Diet by Douglas Graham, and that book totally opened my eyes to how this lifestyle is so amazing for human beings. I really wanted to try it, and that was what I was going to do. Then I decided that because raw food, I believe, is the way to go, I decided that I was going to release all cooked food as well. So no grains, no potatoes, no rice, none of that. For me, that is what I wanted to do, and if you wanted to do raw, then you need to let go of those things and just release them and say, thanks for what you provided me, but I don't need you anymore, and let them go. Then you go, or I went, and cleaned out my cupboards and my fridge. I basically gave away anything that I could, and I threw out everything I couldn't give away. That was not, I gave away everything that was animal product based, or I threw it away, and I gave away to the food bank anything that needed to be cooked, like the non-perishables, like boxes of pasta, even if it was organic pasta, whatever. I gave it all away. Tomato sauce, canned veggies, you name it, I gave it away. If it had to be cooked and it wasn't raw vegan, then I wasn't going to have it in my house. Now, on a side note, I know that some people have family and friends that don't eat this way or aren't going to jump on the bandwagon. Then you can designate a cupboard, maybe just for them with their stuff, or designate a cupboard just for you and pretend that you can't open that cupboard or that there's not food in there. Maybe it's just storage. So just use your brain, because it's a powerful thing and you can use it to your advantage by letting things go, locking them up, knowing that they're not food and not going for that kind of stuff. So you can do that and know that you're doing this for yourself. I'm doing this for me. Yes, my husband's a vegan and yes, he eats mostly raw, but I do cook a few things for him that I just don't eat. And I don't care. It's what he wants and I prefer to eat all raw for myself. So it doesn't bother me. But then that's up to you where you want to go with that and how strict you want to be with your diet. So you can gauge that based on your lifestyle. So yeah, I cleaned up the cupboards and I cleaned out the fridge. Basically, there was nothing left in the fridge except a couple vegetables that were on their way out because we were buying vegetables. You know, you buy vegetables and you feel so healthy at the grocery store and then you bring them home and all you want is pizza and then you let the veggies rot in the fridge. I feel so bad that I did that now, but I did it and I know a lot of people do. So there were a few things that were left in the fridge, so I had to go shopping. So I went shopping and my shopping list is basically fruit, mostly bananas, tree fruit, berries, nectarines, grapes, cherries, whatever's cheap really, mostly just bananas. And then all fruiting vegetables like tomatoes, zucchini, cucumbers, peppers, anything like that. Lettuces, I bought red leaf lettuce, romaine lettuce, kale. You can get collards or chard or anything like that to use for your greens. And then I went for some fresh herbs and some spices where I normally always have smoked paprika on hand, red pepper flakes, cayenne, a little tiny bit of salt. I don't use salt like I used to, just a pinch here and there. And yeah, nuts and seeds. I use chia for my omega-3s and I use cashews every once in a while for creamier dressings or just a little bit of something different. But again, I eat like a tablespoon of cashews if I'm going to do cashews or walnuts or anything like that. So just keep them to a little tiny bit and that's it. And so I filled my cart with all of these fresh raw foods and filled my fridge, and from that day I was a raw vegan. And I know it can sound daunting, but you just have to take it one day at a time. You wake up and I always have a smoothie for breakfast. I always have a salad for lunch. And I have snacks in between of only fruit. And then for dinner, I have one of my recipes, or I'll hunt online for a recipe, or I just stick to another salad because that's what I like and that's what I'm used to. And I have my select dressings that I absolutely love, so I'll have that. And people say it might be boring, but I had a pretty boring diet before because I basically lived on chips and energy drinks and sausage and pasta and cheese, and there wasn't really that much of a variety. I hardly ate any vegetables, so when I look back at my diet, it was pretty boring compared to now. So I have so much of an abundance of fruits and vegetables, which is awesome. You want to look for recipes on YouTuber channels. You can Google them. There's a lot of places. There's Raw Food Not Gross on YouTube that you can find. Just find a couple really good recipes that you can use. If you have to fall back on something, if you have no idea what to make, just have a couple things that you can make easy, quick and easy, that don't require a lot of work, like just a really easy salad, like my French dressing salad. I'll put a link to that down below as well. But that one is really good to use if I'm in a pinch and I just need to make a quick lunch. It takes like 10 minutes and that's it, and then that's what I have. So yeah, you basically just need to wake up every day and tell yourself, today I am a raw vegan, and then go through your head what you might have for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, just so that your mind is mentally prepared for the day. So if you come across something, you'll automatically fall back on what you were imagining in the morning and be like, no, well, this is what I planned for lunch. So you can use your brain again to your advantage. Just think every single morning, today I am a raw vegan. Don't think about next month. Don't think about next 6 months. Don't think about next year. Just think about today. Today you're a healthy, beautiful, awesome raw vegan who is eating compassionately and making their big part towards the health of the planet and the health of your body. So just wake up and tell yourself that. Join some groups on Facebook. There's lots of vegan groups on Facebook that you can join, just so that your news feed is full of raw vegan things, more recipes, just to be constantly reminded, because a lot of people will start and then, you know, they go to a barbecue or whatever, and then they just automatically fall back into their normal routines of just having a burger or eating chips, just because it's so familiar and you just keep doing it. Just if you keep reminding yourself, always remind yourself, it's kind of like an affirmation, and that's why I like to post my daily raw affirmations on my Facebook page. I don't do them every day, but I try to post them as often as I can. Just something that you can think to yourself and something you can meditate on that will help with your raw food journey. So there you go. I just wanted to share that. Oh, another YouTuber that's really awesome is Gary Yourofsky. If you're having problems with the animal product part about it, you can watch him. He's pretty good. He's pretty in your face about it, but if that's what you need, then he's pretty good to watch. And yeah, you can find me on Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, Instagram, and if you want to follow what I eat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, you can find me on 2 Grand. It's an app that you can get, and it's kind of like social media for what you eat. And you can post all your pictures of your food and stuff, and I post on there. So if you're interested in what I eat, I have days for months back of all the food that I've eaten. So yeah, you can follow me on 2 Grand, and they're all at Raw Food Romance. So I hope to see you there. And I also, one more thing, if I don't get to your message, don't worry. I sometimes miss things because I have so many new fans now, so if I do miss your message, it wasn't because I was ignoring you, it's probably got missed in the shuffle, but you can send me a private message or a message on Raw Food Romance, and I'll try and get to you. So, until the next video, guys, fruit on.
So I'm headed out to my nephew's 9th birthday party. It's at my sister's house, and she's requesting vegan food. I know it may not all be raw over there, but this is what I wanted to show you guys as an example of what I would take if I was going to even a non-vegan friend or family's house that I can share and that is guaranteed for something for me to eat. So I've got a whole cucumber with some red peppers, my red pepper cashew dip with lots of green onions, cherry tomatoes, peas, and a bunch of other bigger tomatoes that I chopped up. So this will be food for me and to share with everybody else. But again, if I was going to someone who was not a vegan or raw, obviously, this is what I would take. Or I would make a big giant bowl of zoodles with some tomato sauce and share that with people. And if no one eats it, I can eat it. So that is what I wanted to show you guys, that you can take stuff to family and friends places and share it with them, and it opens up dialogue so that you can talk about it, you can explain how you're eating, and that this is a typical volume of food, because I would definitely eat this for lunch or dinner, and it opens up conversation. And also guarantees that you have food to eat there, so you're not craving other stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna head over to that party, and I'll chat with you guys later.